Hey there, welcome back to BERNAMA Today, still with me, Tamina Kausji. And now we move into a little interview that we have planned for you with Heraa, Ashraf, Ahmed, Galala. She's an interior architect with Iron Creative Design, Sindiri Berhad, and today's topic is speaking about office design and the impact on employees. Heraa, thank you so much for joining us here in the studio. How are you today?
Fine, great. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, brilliant to have you here. So Heraa, let's talk a little bit about, so how does office design actually impact employee performance? There's been a lot of research that's been done on this, especially in the past decade.
Yeah. Okay, actually, it is a long, a large topic to speak about it, but please, just summarize it up. There are a lot of factors that can affect the performance and the productivity of the employee.
That's right.
One of them is the space planning and how you space the plan, and the care about the circulation, and the factors of psychological factor of the employees inside and how they are engaged. And engagement is not a simple thing to speak about. It's a main thing in the office that business owners need really to consider about and care about so much.
So when you speak about engagement though, Heraa, for those of our viewers watching out there who may have never heard that term before, what does it actually mean in layperson terms?
Okay, actually engagement is the comfortability of the employee with the employer and with the space. It's the connection between the employee and the space around and the people around as well.
Right, so that overall atmosphere.
Yes.
Now, color definitely, with human beings being very visual, it plays a huge role.
Yes.
What type of colors, in your experience, form a pretty calm, neutral, good working atmosphere?
Okay, as designers, we don't really give a specific color scheme to follow. So we don't really unify the whole office to be the same. But we do care about how to contrast the space with colors. For example, using light color for the wall and creamy color, then just the contrast of some other colors. It depends on the identity of the office and how we want to show it. And this contrast can be with the frames, furniture, just small things. But the main element is to make the space calm and comfortable.
That's right. Now, at the same time, though, you do see plenty of organizations, all the way from tiny boutique brands to global corporations. They're very distinctive about having a branding identity that's related to the color. Now, do you find as an interior architect this also moves to the exterior of the building, or is it only restricted to the actual working spaces?
Actually, for the exterior, yes, we do care about how to show the identity of the place. It's a type of hidden marketing. So how we gonna market the space or the office and its functionality to the outer space. So exterior can be separated in a way or another, more to follow the logo and the identity of the branding.
Right. So we've also got a couple of examples of good office or workspace designs in Malaysia. Heraa, can you explain to us why this is a classic good example in your perspective?
Okay, actually this is an open workstation.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's really popular these days, right?
Yes, but still there is a privacy inside, which we do care. We don't want to hack the privacy of the space. So we still have the glass partition. So a glass wall, full glass wall to private the workers from another outer environment, which is the breakout area, which people speak louder and
they're having casual meetings.
Communicating very funny, but maybe inside they're more stressed than
Yes, and that is actually something which I found as a mentioned criticism for the usual co-working space that's really popular these days. Those who didn't really like it that much, they actually said orally that's the main challenge. So having even that glass partition makes a huge difference perceptually, right?
Yes, definitely, because we don't want to hack their privacy. These are different people with different mindsets. We don't want to hack them. We need to make something that's suitable for everyone, and everyone we cannot really say that this people is the same as the other and this company is the same like the other.
Exactly.
So it differs.
So a lot of individuality also being seen at the same time.
Yes.
Now this is something which is pretty new, especially to the office scene in Southeast Asia. So speaking of the trend of homey office spaces in Malaysia, why do you think it's so popular here right now, Heraa? We already spend, I would say, at least quarter of our day at home. But to come into work to also have a homey space, what logic is there to that?
Okay. Now the industry is tougher.
Yes, that's right. More stressful.
Yeah, more stressful. And sometimes you spend most of the day inside the work, not at your home. So you have to make a comfortable place for the employees so they can produce more and can handle and bear the timing and the stress. Especially some fields are really passing through a lot of deadlines and a lot of stress. So we need to make something that suits how these like stress times come to them.
So actually give you that mental feeling and that physical feeling of comfort,
yes,
right?
Definitely this will affect the psychology of the employee, because
That's right.
if he's connected to the place and comfortable inside, then he can produce more, then he can pass this deadline that he's stressing for. Yeah.
So now those on the fence, or those who actually support the open workspace, Heraa, they say that it's actually a good thing to get rid of the cubicles, to have employees in an open workspace. But does this also include bosses or superiors? Or do you feel still that they need to maintain that at least perception of authority by still having their own cubicles?
Okay. Actually, this is not a rule to follow.
Right, no hard and fast, right?
Yeah, it differs from a field to another. It differs from a company and mindset to another.
Right.
So some bosses and supervisors, leaders, yes, it is better to be there with their employee, but others, they still need a privacy. Some meetings need a privacy. Not all the company need to know about that.
That's right.
So we don't really
So there
target.
still needs to be proper, a few cubicle sections.
Exactly. We don't target to hack the privacy. We target to engage the employees and employers together.
That's right. So moving from there, though, another feature that I often notice in many offices these days, be they open space, open concept, or the standard cubicles, is a lot more green, a lot more urban plants.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about the placement of these, and how does it help to reinvigorate the whole atmosphere?
Okay, humans have a desire to be connected to nature. So if we speak about the plants, first of all, the green color. The green color helps to reduce the stress and helps the psychology of a person to be more relieved inside the work. So that means that looking at a plant will give you a relaxation and comfortability while working. So away from the aesthetic feature that we really care about in adding a plant, so the plant will help to reduce that stress, and as well as it will be something nice to look at. So
that's right. Green definitely always relaxes the eyes,
yes,
and it's nice to have some inside as well as look out to some of it.
Exactly. So that's why using plants is the main thing. This is how we add the green touch. Yeah.
Now, aside from the green touch, though, Heraa, are there some must-haves for you when looking at designing a brand new space into a functional, comfortable, and most importantly, productive office space?
Yes, definitely. We have guidelines that we need to follow. The first thing I will advise anyone who wants to create an office is to select carefully the location of an office, because the location will give you a good ventilation, a good lighting, and a good view, which again back to the green and the plants. Other thing is the comfortable furniture. Anthropometrics and ergonomics are very important to follow.
It's not only about having something that looks unusual or that has an interesting material, right?
Whatever design rules and elements that you're gonna use, it won't be effective as the comfortable furniture, because you're staying on that furniture. And also the different furniture, for example, the usual desk, and then have a breakout area with bean bags. Why not bean bags?
That's right.
Yeah, just change that.
So overall, though, Heraa, when we look at a brand new office, what color scheme do you find works best? Is there one that is generally acceptable regardless of industries, or does it once again depend on customizable according to each client?
Okay, it is customizable mainly, but we can use a main color, which is white and creamy, to make it then whatever addition is a basic color. Any other thing will be just a helping factor to make the space more colorful.
All right. So Heraa, thank you so much for being here with us on the show. I think we all learned that little bit more about office space and how it impacts us.
Thank you, my pleasure.
So there you have it. Heraa Galala with interior architect with Ayn Creative Design, Sindhurian Berhad. We go off into a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after with the rest of the show.